Must be Sunday. Time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. And on this episode, we're going to talk about 5 things that have been on my mind. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you some records that I picked up this week. That's going to be it. It's going to be quick and fast. It's going to be quick and fast, so hang on. Let's talk about these 5 things real quick. Number 1, records costing over $100. Not a band you like, but you buy it because it's an audiophile record, or you already have the record. Let's say you have a $10 Steely Dan Asia album. Do you really need a $140 HQR? Is that what they're called? Those real thick ones that Mazzy don't like? Do you really need those? Or is it something just FOMO? Gotta have it. I don't know. I don't have any of them. Don't plan on buying any because I like old. That's just me, though. I guess it all depends on equipment. You could have a realistic turntable that you got from, let's say, Kmart. And you spent $50 on it or $100 on it. Used. And then you went out and bought a cartridge that cost $500 and put it on that turntable. Does that make you an audiophile? Or do you have to go out and buy a P8 with a $2,000 cartridge on it? Does that make you an audiophile? Or can you just have a cheap old record player with just a cheap needle on it and you play audiophile records on it? Does that make you an audiophile? Lots of questions. Number 2, equipment that costs over $500. P6, P8, all these big expensive turntables. Is it okay just to have what I got over there, which is a Marantz turntable with a $100 cartridge on it? Sounds good to me. I don't know. But I don't have a real big room, and I got some clip speakers. Number 3, it's all about, I guess, how much money you got in your pocket, how much you want to spend, or how much you want to go into debt, I guess. I guess that's what it comes down to, Is there a difference between CDs and streaming? I'm selling all my CDs. Actually, when I hook up that wire to my receiver and play off my phone, it sounds better than some of my CDs. So is CD the same as streaming, or is CDs better than streaming, or is streaming better than CDs? Or if you can stream all these records, all this music, why do you need the CDs? Because they sound better than the CDs. So I'm getting rid of all my CDs. I'm just keeping my vinyl records. I don't stream at all, but I can stream now. I'm using that little $5 wire that I bought off of Amazon and play the records that I don't have. That I can sell the CDs and then use that money to buy records. I think that's the smart way to go about it. What do you think? Write down your comments down below. We're only on number 3. Is this considered a rant? Maybe. I don't ever do rants. I'm pretty easy going. Number 4. Why do we constantly look for records when we have over 1,000 records? I got all kinds of records. I put them all up like this. It looks nice. I got my prog bin. I got records over there. I got records in the other room. I got records coming out of my ears. But we're always looking for more records. Why is that? I don't know. It's a disease, I think. Why can't we just be happy with what we have? I just listened to Dylan's new show, his latest video, and he said he was taking a break from buying. He's going to listen to what he has. That's a good idea. That's a good idea for all of us. But if we all did that, then record stores would go out of business, I guess. Number 5. Record store plants are closing. I heard about that. I heard there's a couple laying off shifts, only having one shift. Record stores closing overseas, over in Sweden or somewhere. Record stores closing in the United States. There's a glutton of records, I guess as you'd call that. There's records everywhere. Thousands of pressings, overpressed, not moving, sitting in warehouses, asking $30, $40 a piece for them. And they're not moving, and they keep pressing more. Well, maybe the bubble has burst. You know, I was talking to a guy in Marion the other day, the record store over there, and he was telling me that a lot of the kids are bringing their records back. All the young people are bringing them back. And he's not the first person to tell me that. I've had 3 record stores tell me that so far. And there's been 2 record stores in my area alone that are closing. So as the bubble bursts, prices come down in 2024, 2025. You're going to see records coming down in price. Let's hope so. They got a little bit out of hand. A lot of people have talked about them. Last year when I did my top 10, I only had 10 new records that I bought. 99.9%, just like Ivory Soap. Just like Ivory Soap, are old records that I buy from the bins. You know, either I get them off of eBay or Discogs, or I go out into the wild and buy them from mom and pop places, which I've bought a lot. I must have about 10 or 15 stores in the area. You know, I go all the way from up in the mountains, all the way to Dillon's, Noble Records. I go, and then with a 50-mile radius around, I mapped it out on a map, and I've actually gone further. And I may have to go to Winston-Salem here in a few months to look for some record stores over there and look for some stuff that I'm looking on my list. Because I still have about, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 records on my list that I want to get. But in order to do that, I want to sell my CDs. So if you want, I just been putting in records and CDs into my store, and it's in Discogs, Big Chief Vinyl 57. There'll be a link down below, and go down there and you'll see all kinds of records, CDs, videos, DVDs, Blu-rays, 8-track tapes, cassettes, all kinds of stuff. And I have 100% in buying and selling. So if you ever have any problem with anything, just get a hold of Big Chief and I will make it right for you. That's right. So that's it. Those 5 questions. You know, those are loaded questions. I expect to get a lot of results on that and comments. I hope that everybody will do that. And thank everybody for getting me over 1,000 subs. And if you like my little show, sub me up. It doesn't cost a penny. It doesn't cost nothing to sub me up. And then hit the bell. And that way you know every time the North Carolina vinyl picker is on for you. I'm bringing all this stuff to the table to show you. Look at this haul this week. Holy freaking moly. Who says that? Well, you all know who says that all the time. That'd be the old goat. Okay, so I went to Lake James Antique Mall. I go there about once a week. I found a couple of gems there and a turd. You know, sometimes you find a turd. What could I say? I bought a record and I thought somebody wanted and didn't work out, and I put it in Discogs. So it's in Discogs. So go there and look and you'll find it in there. Anywho, found this there. Jethro Tull. Original Masters. I played it. Sounds really good. Did I really need it? No, not really. But certain bands I'm a completist on. So there you go. David Bowie, Stage. I'm not sure I've ever seen this in a while. It's a mint copy. And I love this era of Bowie. So I'm going to give this a listen. This was like $12, something like that. And the Tull was like $10. So I didn't want to leave them there. I'm trying to remember the name of that record that I picked up that I put into Discogs. It'll come to me. I'll put it in the comments down below once I figure it out. Robin Trower, Victims of the Fury. This is what I got when I went to Game Heads and Vinyl Junkies. That's right, Game Heads and Vinyl Junkies. And I seen this one there, and this was in the $2 bin, and it had a little bit of a schmutz on it. So I asked the guy if he played in the store, and he did, and it played fine. So there you go. This is the Robin Trower album that I did not have. This is getting into the CD era. This is 1980. So, but I was glad to get it. I think I'm going to spin it tonight and blast it. What do you think? That sounds good. Thomas Dolby. I like Thomas Dolby. Always have since the 80s. He's one of about 10 bands in the 80s that weren't carryover prog bands that I liked in the 80s. I like Tear for Fears. I liked Dolby. And there's a few others. Asia and a couple other ones. It wasn't much. It no more than 10. So I got wireless, golden age of wireless. And this was the American release, and I have the UK release already too. Jethro Tull Stormwatch. I did not have this. And then they had it at Game Heads, and it's an inexpensive one. I got the one from Record Store Day, and so there you go. But yeah, good album. This one here, I didn't know what it was. Does anybody out there know what this album is? Well, yeah, it's Love. This is one of the last albums they did together. And I was watching something on YouTube this morning, part 1 of the Love story, about the whole story of the band. Another in a long line of dysfunctional bands. But this is a double album that he made after Forever Changes. And he scrapped the band. And he after that album was a huge, it wasn't a huge hit then. But now it's a huge album now. Everybody wants that album. So then after that, I guess they had a big fight. Everybody leaves, or he shit canned him. And then he had a new band, and they made this double album. And this album is called Out Here. And he had $35 on the record. I told him I'd give him $20, and he took it. So, but it was really filthy. Had to clean it in the old Humming Guru. That's right. Getting into Gong. I had some of their other stuff before, and so now I'm just cleaning up and figuring out which ones I need. There's 3 albums that I'm looking for. This is one of them, and this one here is called Shamile, or Shamile. Is that Laverne and Shirley? Shamile. Mediterranean Tales, Triumvirate. This is the one album I did not have of theirs. This was not released in the U.S. This is, of course, is a gem import, and it's on the Harvest label. And this was their first album before Double Dimple and Spartacus. So this album's really good too. This is killer. Anything after Spartacus, well, is not that good. That's when they started going downhill. But they had 6 albums, I think they made. So the first 3 albums are the ones you really want. Love Dies Hard, I think that's the 4th album. That one's after Spartacus. And that's a good album. It's not bad. It's about half good. The last 2 at the end, A La Carte, and the other one, those are forgettable. This one here, this one's harder to get. This one's not cheap. But I found a guy on Discogs. I think I paid $10 for it. You got to be patient. A lot of people don't like Discogs because they got screwed, they got damaged records, but you get your money back. And the records comes broken. I've had a couple that came in broke. I got my money back. No. But most of the time, everybody's spot on. If they say VG+, it's VG+. Like my records are in there. Discogs, Big Chief Vinyl 57, don't forget. Order some records. Gilgamesh. This is a Canterbury band. And this one here is, of course, is a reissue. And, Canterbury. Had to get it. This is one of 2. They have another album I want to get. And this is Hugh Hopper and a bunch of people. And these people were in Alan Gowen. These people here were in National Health and Hatfield in the North and all them, all those type of bands. Novales, Italian prog band. These guys here are really good. Krautrock. That's the Krautrock. So, yeah, you gotta love them. Novales. This is my new go-to band. I'm really liking this thing. Someone said they were from Norway. Or not from Norway, from the Netherlands. I'm not sure where they're from. All I know is I like their music. And they're on Brain. And how I learned about them is I had the Brain History of German Rock from 72 to 76. And I heard these guys. So this is the second album I found so far of theirs. The next one I'm getting is their live album. This is one of my top 10 bands of all time. Grabschnitt. Yes, this is the German version of Jumbo. And this is a brand new copy. Double 45. Beautiful copy. And the guy had it on sale had it like $15 on Discogs. I couldn't pass it up. I'm only missing one Grabschnitt album now. It's called Ballerman. So if anybody has a copy of Ballerman, send it to me, Big Chief. Best of Genesis. Because I'm a completist, I had to have it. I listened to it. It sounded really good. Nursery Crime sounded good. I listened to side 1 of Nursery Crime. Sounded good. I haven't listened to the rest of this double set. This is Nursery Crime and Foxtrot. It came in a combo on Buddha Records. Big Buddha. And yeah, we're closing in on 15 minutes. This one here. Now this was a steal. Gentle Giant. OG. Vertigo. It's got a bunch of schmutz up here. This might qualify for being the worst album cover. Remember I did that album cover review before? Look at that. Not the best, but the record is minty mint. Who says that? JT says that. Minty mint. Yes. Are you watching, JT? Are you watching? Sounds incredible. Love early Gentle Giant. Love them all. I'm missing the first album and their third album. So there you go. I'm missing 3 Friends and the UK version of 3 Friends and Gentle Giant, their first album. So there you go. That's all I got for you tonight. Coming in at 16 minutes. I was hoping to get this done quick. Be good out there. Support them troops. Big Chief will be back on Wednesday with a special show. I got to do a special show. It's going to be a quick one, about 5 minutes. I'm going to be doing a contest on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. And I put up a flip video of all the stuff I have, CDs and LPs. So buy some records. Buy some of my records, please, so I can buy some more records. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.